For tomorrow's special Veterans Day ceremony, we will run an internal early dismissal schedule. You will be dismissed from your 3B class to the auditorium at 11:50. After the completion of the ceremony, you will then go to your first chosen activity around 12:50. Then your second activity at 1:40. If you've not chosen an activity, then talk to your PLT teacher.
Another guest speaker that we got to interview is Miss Donna Allen. Miss Allen was the daughter of Private Roy U. Tallhelm of the 101st Airborne Division of the U.S. Army in World War II. He fought in Normandy on D-Day, and he made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Growing up, Miss Allen did not know who her father was, where he was, what he looked like, or that he was her hometown hero. Miss Allen today tells his story and her journey about finding out who her father was.
Was at my dad's grave. And there I am sitting in front of his grave way back there saying some things. I sat right there and I said, well, Daddy, here I am for the first time. That's what I said. And that story is on here, if you watch that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And that's what got that through. I got in touch with the library where he went to school and called them and told them, the library from the high school where he went to school. And I said, I'm looking for a picture of my father. In a snowstorm on my 48th birthday, they called and said, we found a picture of him in his high school yearbook. I mean, my family said, oh, you can't go to Frederick. It's snowing. There's a mountain. You can't do that. I said, wild horses aren't going to keep me. And I did. I went by myself. Nobody go with me. And I went over the mountain, and the librarian and the school secretary had found a high school picture. And that was it. That was the first one I found. I was very proud. I thought it was, he was too young to be doing what he did, and he lied. You probably already know that if you've read any of my story. He said he was 18 and he had just turned 16.
He wrote down his birthday was in 1924.
He put that down. I have his birth certificate.
Wow.
I sent for a lot of stuff. And you can see where he erased the 6 and wrote a 4 over top of it. So, he lied. And that's when I actually got to meet the guys that my dad served with.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. And actually one of them wanted to adopt me. I went to some of their get-togethers to meet others, and they embraced me not only physically but emotionally, and made me feel like, that I was part of their family.
Yeah,
so,
that's great.
Because the Airborne was definitely a family.
About him.
Well, they didn't know a lot about him because he was so young, and they were mostly a little older, and he kept to himself pretty much, I think. He didn't even have to go. They were in England, and they had gone there to Ramsburg, I think it was, to prepare, and he and another guy were offered the chance to stay back and clean up the barracks, because by that time they knew he was only 17. And he begged, somebody who was there told me, he begged the captain to let him go, and he was allowed to go. So, that's pretty incredible to think that not only my dad, but all those young men set out, and they did save the world.
They did.
That's why you're here.
Why
you're not speaking German
Thankfully.
today. And he and that whole generation of young men, I don't want them to be forgotten.
Yeah.
And that's why I reached out to share his story, because I know that other people can identify with that.
Yeah.
Especially kids your age, because how old are you?
I'm in 17 right now. So
How old are you?
17 also.
And my dad was dead by then.
You didn't get that?
That's pretty incredible to think that he died before he got a chance to be that age.
Yeah.
Well, your community, I think, is going to embrace this program that you're going to have, and that was my motivation for reaching out to your school, because I get a sense, I've only lived here 5 years,
Yeah.
but I get a sense that it's a close-knit community,
We are.
and
We definitely are.
and I feel like it would want to honor veterans, and I think they do. But I think a program through the school
Would be great.
is
because
very, very important.
it spreads the word to the youth.
Exactly.
And then generations to come.
You know, last year I came to a concert here, and they had a ROTC color guard, but I
okay.
thought they were from Chambersburg.
Mhm.
And somebody spoke, and I think it was a principal from Chambersburg, and I got the idea right then and there. I'll bet you these kids would love to have a program. But I didn't act on it until last spring, when it was
Yeah.
really,
I'm really happy you did.
Yes.
I passed that Board of Education so many times and wanted to stop and go in and say, hey, are you interested? And I never did. And then one day,
You just
reached out to your
yeah.
principal last year, and luckily, Mr. Schaefer
Yes.
took the ball and
He is
ran with
sweet.
it. But
Yes.
I was involved mostly at the middle school level,
Mhm.
at Spring Mills Middle School, and they did a wonderful, fantastic job.
That's
I was really happy to be part of that.
yeah.
Our special guests coming in are taking time to share their experiences with us. It is expected of everyone at Washes to show them respect by listening to what they have to say and keeping their phones away during the ceremony and activities.
We hope this day gives you a better understanding of the meaning of Veterans Day, and we will see you tomorrow.